Hey, what is up, Drip Tippers? It is Ben Morrison. I am back with another Drip Tip ejuice review, this time of Southbay's finest. Cue credits. So first off, I'd like to begin the video by giving a shout out to Vapor on Western Avenue in Los Angeles. They hooked me up with these samples of Southbay's finest for review, and for anybody who lives in Los Angeles, they are my local shop, and they are a bunch of really good guys. I highly recommend them if you're in the kind of Koreatown area. What's really nice is that you just don't get a lot of the kind of vape store douchebaggery. Hopefully I'm not pissing one off by saying this, but I think we've all been in enough vape shops. Like, you walk in, and there's some dude at the counter who's rapping like a fuse clapped in, twisted nickel, 3-gauge, double tiger coil, and he just looks up and he's like, "Sir," and you're like, "What? Help?" You know? And I think for a lot of new vapors, it's not really conducive to getting them just a simple starter kit. And Vapor on Western Avenue in Los Angeles is not that way. They're very welcoming and friendly. And for someone like myself who likes to talk vape, they're very open. But for someone who's just starting out, they're very open. So welcome, smokers. Come to the bright side. So they gave me a bunch of the samples of Southbay to review, and I am going to review them for you, beginning with this one flavor called Dream Team, DREME. TEAM. Here's the thing about Southbay's finest. They don't have a website, not that I can find, to where I can find the descriptions of the juice. So I've been scouring Google just trying to find descriptions of individual shops. And I think as a company, they have a lot of room to grow. The juices are good, but I'll get into that in a later section. So this juice, the thing about Southbay's finest is all the juices are very beachy. They're very kind of California-y, which is nice. They're very smooth, kind of fruity and a little creamy, custardy type vapes. They're very pleasant. This one, Dram Tam, which I'm going to drip on my Smoke 80-watt box with a Tugboat V2 running a Clapton coil at 50 watts. See, I just said Clapton coil. I am the douchey vapor. It kind of tastes like strawberries and cream, but a really mellow strawberries and cream. And a lot of their juices are pretty well blended in the sense that they're very, very mellow. All these juices feel like I should be pretty stoned on like a Southern California beach, like with a buddy on the way to the weed club to re-up while I sip like a Corona and fucking wing my phone into the waves, you know? Not a care in the world. Not a care in the world. So this one's kind of a creamy strawberry flavor, and if anyone watching this actually has a description, by all means put it up, because I could not find a description anywhere on the internet. So it's nice. Frankly, none of these juices really blew my tits off, but they're all very doable, which is what I can say about them. They're very, very pleasant, fruity, all-day vapey type stuff. So that is the Dream Team. I wish I had a description for you, but I can't find anything anywhere. And on the Facebook page for Southbay's Finest, it links to a website, which is not up. So get your online game going, Southbay's. This is the internet, and we need you to be a part of it. Next up, we are going to move into Hermosa. Let me just burn the coils off. Get off. So, Hermosa, let's find it. This is a pomegranate and strawberry. So let's drip some Hermosa off of this. Dripping the juice on the coil. This one's really nice. Very nice indeed. It's very fruity. It's not, none of the fruit is really overpowering. It is a strong fruit. There's a nice inhale. A nice fruity inhale on that. I'd say you get more strawberry on the in and a very smooth palm on the out. That one had a slight aftertaste of dry hit because I got to drip more on the coils. Yeah. Kind of tropical. Like me. Moving on. Next up we have Porto Call. Porto Call. And this one is a Captain Crunch vape, 60 VG, 40 PG. This is straight Captain Crunch. Now you see a lot of cereal vapes that are going for more of a Fruit Loops, and it's nice when someone goes right after the Cap'n. So let's see how crunchy they got with it. This one's good. If you like Captain Crunch and you don't like Crunch Berries, you like the fucking the Captain Crunchers, then Hermosa is definitely one you got to know. Porto Call. Maybe it's a Porto Call because the Captain was always coming home from like his midnight cereal raids. Just like Somali pirates, just gunning down wayward cereal ships. And just like, he's like, "Yar, throw the ladder over the side, get thy crunches." And then he just like took all their cereal. I have no idea. But this one's nice because it doesn't go for the crunch berry. It actually goes for a really nice cereal-y, peanut buttery thing to just get the Captain Crunch. And I think it actually achieves it quite well. This is, if we're talking just in terms of Captain Crunch and not the crunch berries, which it seems like everyone is more interested in than what the Captain has to offer, I'd highly recommend this, actually. Yeah, that is spot on, Captain Crunch. Spot on. That's good. Oh my god. I feel like I should be like in my underwear watching Ninja Turtles as like a lonely 8-year-old. And boy was I lonely. See? All you lonely 8-year-olds watching this, one day you could grow up and have a fucking YouTube vape channel. Stay in school, kids. Alright, moving on. This is Malaga Cove. These, of course, are all named after places in SoCal. So, Malaga Cove, I have a description up here. This is Strawberry and Nerds Grape Candy. Strawberry and Nerds Grape Candy. Alright. Not my favorite. Not my favorite. I'm not a fan of vapes that go after candy. I just don't think I need, like, candy itself is synthetic enough. I don't need you to, like, distill it down into my sub-ohm tank. Yeah. Yeah. No. Moving on to my favorite of the bunch, but that's also due to personal preference, is of course their ubiquitous peanut butter cup. Point Fermin. Point Fermin, their peanut butter cup. It's good. It's good because nothing is overpowering anything else. Let me drip some more on this. As you can see, this is the one that I've actually gone through most of. I guess I wish the chocolate was a little stronger on the exhale. You definitely get peanut butter on the inhale with a light chocolate, and usually on peanut butter and cuppy type stuff on the exhale you get more chocolate. I wish they'd made it a little stronger, but it's quite nice. Again, it's very pleasant. All of these juices are fucking relaxed, you know, and they will make you feel relaxed too. Yeah. Okay, how do I feel about Southbay's Finest? And thank you again, Vapor, for giving me the samples. I feel like they're off to a good start. I feel like they have some room to grow. And although they didn't ask for my advice, I will give it to them right now. Number one, the bottles kind of suck. They come in 12 ml bottles, and they have two of my biggest pet peeves. Number one is almost impossible to remove. Let me screw that back in. Almost impossible to remove child-proof caps. I have spent so long trying to get these goddamn things to come off. And the thing I really don't like about these caps is that for some reason they have this plastic circle O death on them, which serves no purpose because it refuses to detach from the freaking tip of the bottle, and I find myself having to rip them off, which is kind of annoying. Number two, hard plastic bottles. Can we stop? Are you glass or are you plastic? Pick a side. They're like so hard that you really have to squeeze like a lot to get the juice. Like you have to find like the soft spot on the baby's head and just push until it starts crying, until it starts crying tears of ejuice. I don't like that. But again, the packaging stuff has no bearing on the actual juice, so don't let that be a deciding factor on whether you do or you don't get this. But I would recommend either going to glass dripper bottles or getting soft plastic bottles just for the sheer convenience of it, and get rid of the rings below the childproof caps. Second thing I would like to give them advice is their pricing is a little wonky. For a 12 mil, it's basically $10 for a 12 mil, which seems a little pricier to me than it needs to be. And for a 120 mil bottle, it's $50. Now, doing the math, that breaks down to about $15 per 30 mil. And I feel like they could get their price point a little lower than that to remain really attractive in the marketplace, because these juices are super chilled out, and they are for the ones that I like, obviously, namely the Captain Crunch and the peanut butter cup, because again I like more desserty type stuffs. They are definitely all day vape material because they're really chilled out. I like to see my juices more at the $10 per 30 mil price point, and I think they could get that down a little bit. I also wish they had a website set up so I could actually see all of their juices in one place instead of having to hunt for individual websites selling individual flavors. But for a new company, what they are doing right is their mixing and their blending, which is good, because from there they can get the business end together a little more concisely than they currently are. Will I vape their juices again? Yes, I will, especially the Captain Crunch and the peanut butter cup. I'd probably have to say that the Captain Crunch is my favorite. That's the one that really jumps out as something they've absolutely nailed, whereas the other ones, while very good, don't seem like they have anything that jumps out at me as this is the best iteration of the juice that I've found. But the Captain Crunch vape is fucking awesome, and if you really like Captain Crunch, get some, because it is the most accurate Captain Crunch I've had. So, that is the review of the Southbay's Finest ejuice line. And again, thank you very much to Vapor in Los Angeles on Western. Very good people. And I'm sure I'll be doing more reviews from stuff that they have, because I like them. I like them. Thank you very much. As always, I have a bunch of videos coming up. Ooh, got some good ones coming up. I've also just begun the DripTip Instagram. That's at DripTips with an S, because the DripTip, it's at the DripTips with an S, because someone already took at the DripTip, and whoever they are, do you really need it that bad? So follow along. I'm already posting some fun stuff on that. As always, check out my website for my comedy, benmorrison.org. Please like the video and subscribe to my channel. I have a big giveaway coming for 1,000 subscribers, which I am almost at. So I highly recommend you hop on board because I got a big giveaway coming. Okay, no, I'll tell you in a later video. Stay tuned. Thank you very much. Once again, I am Ben Morrison for the Drip Tip, and remember, if your tip ain't dripping, you tripping.